Welcome to this demo of software registration and the new interface we have made. My name is Peter Grant, and I will give you a quick tour of the software registration. The changes we have made is basically that we want to integrate software registration with Milestone, meaning that moving forward you will only have one login for all of Milestone's online services. We have a short introduction text up here, but if you look here, there's also a link to read more. And here we have a list of questions and answers that might be of help to you, giving you a small insight to what the changes are. But apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. As you see, if you're new to the system, you can create a new profile here. If you have forgotten your password, then there's a link to my Milestone user password or a user password for the old software registration. I will try to log in with my old account for software registration, and then I'll show you a step-by-step how the migration into my Milestone account is working. And after that, we will look into software registration. I will show you how the look and feel is of software registration after the changes. So here I'm logging in with the old username. As you can see here, software registration is coming up and saying, hey, it's been updated. We have a new design and a single login. So here I can choose whether I have an existing My Milestone account, or if I don't have a My Milestone account, I can create a new one. If we create a new one, we will verify the information that you have from the old software registration and simply create a new My Milestone account. In my case, I already have one, so I can log in with that. Username is actually the same. Password is not the same. So now it's telling me that it's migrating my SLCs. In order to move the licenses from the old account to the new, we put it into a queue. And that queue, the length of that process will depend on how many tasks we have in the queue. So right now we have 9 tasks in the queue for my user. The first license has already been migrated. I can update the list, and now all the licenses are in here, and I can start working on it. That's actually how fast and how simple the migration process is in itself. Here we are in the new software registration. If you have any need of help while you are in the migration, no matter in which step you are, you have the help function here. So here we have pre-selected some different categories. The migration has stopped. I'm missing all of my SLCs. There are some cameras missing. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, and something else. But if you fill this out and send it to us, then we'll have information about where in the process you experience problems. We will also have your username and so on, so we can troubleshoot it a lot better. Going back here, if we look at software registration, it's more or less the same functionality as we had in the old software registration. There's a list of active SLCs. There's a link for group administration. We have a new list of upcoming SUP renewals. In the old system, we also had a list of upgraded SLCs, meaning the old SLCs that is not in use anymore. And then, of course, you can add a manual SLC if you want that. There's a little change in the way we can group because we don't necessarily only can group on groups, but we can also group on products. So simply drag and drop up here, and then we have the SLCs grouped by product. We can pull it down again, and then we can decide that we want to group by the group name. So there's more grouping functionality here. A new thing in software registration is actually that we have a role-based access, meaning that more people can have access to software registration, and each person can have access to different SLCs. So it might be that you have a user that you only want to give access to a limited number of SLCs, or it might be that you have a license administrator that automatically will have access to all SLCs. Yes. The license user will only have access to the SLCs associated to his user record, meaning that if a license user is coming into software registration and no SLCs has been associated to that user, then he will have access, but he won't see any licenses. I will jump into my Milestone just to quickly to show you how you set up the user roles for the individual users. So here I have I'm set up as a distributor, and I will have access to our distributor portal in a little while. So software registration and my Milestone is now integrated, meaning that I can jump into my Milestone directly from software registration. Because I'm set up as a my Milestone administrator, then I will have access to my users. And if, for example, I want to give Sophia down here access to our software registration, I can make her a license administrator, and she will automatically, next time she log into software registration, see all our licenses that we have on our account. Going back to software registration, I can also here, when I add an SLC, if, for example, I have an SLC like this, I can say it should only be visible to me, but by default it's visible to all on our account. But it could be that it's a private, or it's a test email, no, a test license that only I want to have associated to my account. When we are in software registration, then you automatically have access to customer dashboard. The customer dashboard is just one click away. It's up here. And from software registration, you go directly into to the customer dashboard, where you can monitor the status of your system if you have any of the new versions of our 2013 products. Thank you very much for listening in. Bye-bye.